Today will be Saturday all day. I'm on my second cup of coffee. It's coming up to 7:30. I've got a cat approaching me because I'm talking and nobody else is talking down here. Yesterday, dentist. Oh, it was amazing. It was, apart from the very painful injection into the root of, not the root, the roof of my mouth. I had an injection into the gum and then up in the roof of my mouth. Oh my God, I've never had one of those before. Apart from that, because I said to him, I want you to take the tooth out. And I don't think I needed the injections, but I suppose he was preparing for more of a battle, but it just came out easily. I mean, I thought I would be able to take it out myself at some point. I'm so pleased I went, and I know that I waited months and months and months, but I'd had such a horrible reaction to laying like that in the chair. It's taken me all this time to find the courage to go. So I've now missing a tooth up here, which is fine. Very happy to see the back of that. I've got an ordinance for an X-ray, a thorough X-ray, which I need to book next week when we're over in Chamonix. And then I've got an appointment in the middle of January to start to think about what we do with the rest of my mouth. So that's good. I'm on track. Pleased about that. The kitchen people came yesterday just to verify the measurements. So they were out in the kitchen just, checking where everything would be, checking the measurements, and then talked to me about the height of the worktop. And the guy that was, who will be fitting the kitchen, I think, was not a lot taller than I am. But he was talking about the worktop being, I can't remember what height it was, but he was showing it a good 5 centimetres higher than it is now. And I said, no, that doesn't work for me. He said, you'll be less fatigued if it's this high. And I'm thinking, no, I fucking won't. You just have less work to do if it's that high. I went, no, that is the height of the worktop and that's the height I want it at. I had to get JP to come back. It's 10 years ago now, but I had to get him to come back. I'm really sorry, but this is too high. And I used to have a gas hob on top of my worktop, and there were Mrs. Doubtfire moments, potential Mrs. Doubtfire moments with the gas hob as I reached across to the back one. But I showed him yesterday, even with the induction hob, that, that I'm risking dropping my sleeves in the food at the front as I reach to the back if it's too high. It really pisses me off. It's like, I'm the one in here. It's my kitchen. I'm the one cooking. I can't believe that I would be less fatigued if it was higher. I think that was just a con. So I made it quite clear that that wasn't acceptable. So they're going to put it where I have asked for it to be. So that's good. She's not talking to me, but she's down on the floor next to me. I'm sure she thinks I'm talking to her. What else happened yesterday? Both of us were really tired. We are really tired. I think the weeks for us at the moment are just too busy. We're not used to having so much going on each week, and it's exhausting. Exhausting for him post-op, exhausting for me with my PMR, and also having fallen on Monday. Just not good. So by early evening we're really struggling, and by 8 o'clock in the evening I'm falling about, wishing I could go to bed and hanging on for another 2 hours. I think I went to bed at 10. I read for about 20 minutes, then laid down to go to sleep. And then I've been up 4 times for the toilet. 4 fucking times. I don't know why. So I was up at 6. My friend Nettie thought I was up at 5 because she was up. No, it's 6 o'clock here, not 5 o'clock. I've fed my sourdough starter. I wanted to have got ahead with the bread and I haven't done. So we're down to the last. I think I've got half a loaf in the freezer, which I'm going to have to get out because I want to do avocados on toast for supper, and the bread that I will begin with this sourdough starter once it's activated. Will not be ready till tomorrow. So I'm going to have to get out the half loaf that's in the freezer, and I don't think it was particularly good bread, but it'll have to do. I'm going to cook the chicken legs today and do those with bacon. Reheat the chicken legs because they're from the. So I've made 3 meals from that chicken, slow cooked chicken dinner. Made 3 meals, and in fact, I've got from the curry, which was really nice, the jalfrezi curry. I've got enough left if I add some red kidney beans or any. If I add some beans to it, it will do us again. There's enough for us to have with baked potatoes or something. Yeah, it was really nice. I hadn't made it. It was a sauce, a jar in a sauce. And then I don't normally do that. I normally make things like from scratch. So, but it was quite nice just to open a bottle of curry sauce and chuck it in and just heat it. So yeah, that was really nice. So yeah, chicken legs for dinner. I'm really hungry and it's only 7:30. My stomach's really growling. But tough. That's it. I've got how long? 5 hours before we eat. Mostly we're managing the shorter window. It's been difficult because of the coming and going. Went to the doctor's the other night and that was a late appointment, and mostly we've been managing. I think we do really well, actually. We don't eat before lunchtime, rarely eat before lunchtime. This week we've eaten once before lunchtime, but most of the time we don't. So I think we really do well with the fasting, but we've been doing it now probably for 7 years, 6 years. Did I start? Yeah, I started it at the same time as the PMR, 6.5 years we've been doing it. So God knows what we'd be like if we weren't doing it. I dread to think. So that's Saturday. Ludo's coming to deliver the posts for the new fence at some time this morning, and I'm going to get him to. I just need a sip of this coffee. I'm hugging it, but I actually want to drink it. I'm going to get him to go into the cave and turn the water off in the cave because that's up a ladder, and Mark's not allowed up a ladder, I think, for 6 weeks, and we're coming up to 4 weeks now. His knee's a lot better. Really pleased with that. I think that the step back last weekend for him was annoying, and he gets into feeling like he's not making progress, but he's driving. I didn't expect him to be driving at this time. I thought I'd be driving for a lot longer. I'm really pleased I'm not. But yeah, he's doing really well. He's not using the cane again. Over the weekend, he started using the crutch again. Not using those. In fact, I've put them away because they're just taking up space and falling over every time I try and sit and talk to him in his room. So I've put those away because he's not using them. He didn't make so many groaning noises as he came up the stairs last night. So I think that probably went a bit better than normal. And I'm sitting here looking at the chair that we bought, and wondering what we're going to do with that when he's done with it. And I think he's nearly done with it. I think he likes it. I mean, I would like it, but it pushes, because I'm short, it's the cushion at the top pushes into my head, so it's not comfortable for me. But we might really need to start thinking about getting back to him sitting on normal furniture and get rid of this monstrosity somewhere in the house. Because he said, what are we going to do with it? And I said, well, I know that you have been saying, oh God, I don't want to do that again. I'm not going to do that again. I said, I think in probably, 2 or 3 months down the line, you might be thinking about having your left knee done at some point. So we need to find somewhere to put the chair and, for the future. It's heavy. I don't know where we're going to find to put it, but it's certainly taking up a lot of room in here. It's a bit of a pain, but has been really good. Even if it is an old people's chair. He said he sits watching telly sometimes, and they have those adverts on of these chairs. And he said, and all the people in it look younger and fitter than I am. So yeah, so that's that. So actually, apart from Ludo coming, we have nothing planned, which will be nice. We can have time off until Monday. I think we can have Monday off as well. I don't think there's anything happening Monday. So we can have time off till Tuesday. And that will be good. So thank you for your comments as usual. Yes, I was matching my bruise, that blouse. I hadn't really considered that. Um, it really does look awful. But I've not got a dressing on now. The dressing's off, and the grazed bit is well dried and healing. I've got the dressing off, and I've got this over. This is where the graze is. So actually, to be able to wear clothing over it is a forward step, I think. I still feel bad about it. I feel bad. I feel like I'm competing with him to have a wound, and there's lots of analysis around. Is a cigar really a cigar, and the unconscious stuff that we do. And I'm really struggling with, was I unconsciously competing with him when I fell over? And it's really difficult. And my therapist said to me, you need to change the narrative, but I do feel bad. And it's a family thing. My sister also throws herself around now and again and gets told off by her husband and by her daughter. And I'm sure it's the telling off because they worry about us. But yeah, she falls every so often, and my mum used to fall, and I don't think you can inherit that. You can't. It's not genetic, but it's a behaviour, isn't it? And it's obviously a behaviour that we have taken on board. Um, and maybe next time I have therapy, I'll look into it a bit more and see if we can find a way for that behaviour to be removed, because it's not good. And I'm constantly having to watch myself, constantly, having to think about, where are you going, what are you doing? And I was using my sharp knife the other day to cut the rest of the roast lamb off the bone, and my hand got greasy in the lamb fat, and the handle got greasy, and my hand slipping down towards the blade, and I'm thinking, this, it's an accident waiting to happen. But so I'm having to pay attention, but maybe normal people pay attention anyway. Maybe that's normal. Who knows? Anyway, I've gone off tangent. Quelle surprise. Hope you have a good weekend. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow. But so far, this is Saturday, and it's not doing too badly.